Morning. It's pretty early. It's 6:30. I'm on my way to the gym, and this is the first in a series of videos that I want to make, where I just film my 5 to 6 minute journey every morning that I make to the gym. I try and capture some of the things I'm thinking about, some of my thoughts, maybe some of the issues and problems that I've got, things I'm trying to do, things I'm trying to achieve, things I'm probably failing to achieve in other ways. And yeah, it's my first foray into YouTube, really. These will probably be very short videos, and I hope somebody finds it fairly useful. My goal really is to document and share some information about where I am in my life and what I'm doing. I'm at a point in my life where I'm probably going to be making some fairly significant changes fairly soon. And I think it would be great to maybe share those with some other people. I'm sure there are loads of people in similar situations, and maybe if I can share some of the things that I'm thinking about, and maybe how I'm approaching some different issues, that might be helpful to other people. So that's the goal, really. I think the videos will probably end up having a fairly strong businessy kind of startup entrepreneur angle to them, because that's one of the things that interests me the most. So I got a ton of things to talk about, and it would be great to give you guys some backgrounds on, who I am, what I've done, what I want to do, maybe some of the key events that have shaped me in my life to date. And then, get some feedback from you as well. If you guys are in similar positions and you've got situations that that are relevant and kind of have a lot of similarity with this one, then great. Let's share those ideas and thoughts and talk about them. So, really keen to do that. So, to give you guys a little bit of background, then, so you know where I'm coming from. If you haven't already been able to tell, I'm Brit. I live in the UK. I live in lovely England. It's not that lovely at the minute. This is the second last day of January, and it's cold, 2 degrees centigrade by our standards. That's pretty cold, and it's miserable. It's wet and windy. So not too much fun at the minute. But I've been in the UK pretty much all my life. I'm actually Northern Irish by origin. My mother, she's from the Republic. My father, he's from the north. So I kind of I could be excused for calling myself fully Irish. But I've lived in England since 2002, which is great. I absolutely love it here. I live in a wonderful city, and I'm really, really grateful for that. There's a lot of really good stuff about being here. And how has that kind of shaped me? Well, I'm gonna have to talk about this in a lot more detail. Maybe I'll really devote a whole session to it really at one point. But I guess how my background is unique in some ways is that I didn't actually go to school up until up until the point where I got a job. I hadn't been in school since I was 8. So my parents took me out of the state school system when I was 8 years old, and I never actually went back. So in terms of that formalized, structured education, my life has been really, really different. And it'd be good to talk about that. I don't know if there's any of you guys out there that have been home educated or homeschooled or tutored at home, whatever you call it. But it'd be good to get some feedback from you and see what you think about that. But I was tutored at home all the way up to the point where I got a job. And I think that's probably shaped me fairly significantly. But what I'm going through in my mind at the moment, and what's really prompted me to make these videos and record some of my thoughts, is I'm at a little bit of a point in my life where I'm doing a lot of soul searching. So trying to work out, what am I actually about? What am I trying to achieve? What's my aim? What's my objective? I think there's a massive risk that so many of us just continue in life day to day, doing the 9 to 5, working fairly hard, seeing our friends, seeing our family, but not actually progressing towards a goal. And if you don't have a goal, you're definitely not going to achieve too much. You can just, set your sights on, seizing whatever opportunities come your way, but I'm not convinced that that's the best way to live your life. So I'm trying really hard at the minute to work out what my goal is, and then work backwards from it, by a fairly simple process. If you know what your goal is, then you need to work backwards to understand what those key steps are that you're going to have to take in terms of achieving that goal. And I think the context for it really is that in 30 years' time, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you look back at your life, what are you going to say? And I think that's really important. And in some ways, it's actually quite terrifying, because I'm becoming more and more convinced that I need to be fairly ruthlessly determined not to waste my life. You only get one. It's limited. By all accounts, it's probably going to be 70 to 80 years. Don't mess it up. Make the most of it. So that's what I'm trying to understand at the minute, and get some focus on in my own life and get some clarity there. And I think I'm probably going to have to make some fairly significant changes once I've ironed that out. But hey, I'm at the gym now, so I'm obliged to end the video. Yeah, get in touch, guys. Let's get some comments. Let's get some good conversations going, and I'll see you tomorrow.